Ladies and gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen of the press, you're highly welcome to this press conference organized by the Islamic movement under the distinguished guardianship of His Eminence Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub Al-Zakzaki, which is tagged as 2015 Buhari Massacre in Zaria, the victory of blood over the gun. Today is exactly 8 years after the famous Zaria massacre initiated by the tyrant Buhari and jointly executed and supervised by the duo of retired General Tukur Yusuf Buratai and former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, among other top actors. We gather here today to commemorate, to remember this massacre and reiterate our call for justice to the victims of the massacre, as well as to assert to the world that the Islamic movement is actually the victor at last. Our revered leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Yaqub Al-Zakzaki, has mentioned and reiterated severally that truth can never be crushed with a gun, and that guns are for the cowards and the foolhardy. Of course, we have lost more than 1,000 of our dear and loved ones in the dastardly act of state forces, yet we eventually emerge victorious. To the glory of the Almighty Allah, the glaring success is recorded by the steadfastness and perseverance of the leader, Sheikh Ibrahim Al-Zakzaki, and his followers during this period cannot be overemphasized. One of the major success stories, as we are living witnesses today, is that all the key actors in the massacre have now become former this, former that. They have become history, with their powers and influences perished or degenerated, to say the least. On the other hand, Sheikh Zakzaki and the Islamic movement have continued to wax stronger, and his ideology of fairness and justice is spreading spontaneously. To say the least, despite all the persecutions in the aftermath of the massacre and over the years, none of the activities of the Islamic movement has stopped. Furthermore, the noble message of justice is getting more entrenched into the society by all standards. Again, the secret of struggle and resistance showcased by the adherents of the movement during and after the massacre has permeated beyond the shores of Nigeria, as we witness appreciable sympathies and echoes across the continents of Asia, Europe, and Latin America, in addition to other countries in the African continent. It could be recalled that the Buhari-led regime and the Nasir El-Rufai-led Kaduna State government embarked upon campaign of calumny that filled and filed concocted court charges against the leader and the movement. All this had woefully failed. Today, it is crystal clear that the Zaria massacre was nothing but an unprecedented and unjustifiable injustice in the history of Nigeria, meted on our leader by the Buhari-led regime. It is on record that several competent courts of the land have either dismissed or discharged numerous cases brought before them by security agents against the disciples of the leader. In fact, in some cases, compensations for damages were awarded by these courts for violating the fundamental rights of the sheikh, his wife, and some of the followers. A good example is the Kolawale verdict on 2nd December 2016. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, as we are all aware, tyranny and injustice never flourish, and there is always a day of reckoning. We will never forget, nor forgive whatever oppression has been meted out to us. We would like to once again reiterate our call for justice, that the masterminds and executors of the Zaria massacre be brought to justice. They should be brought to account. We wish to extend our appreciations to all those who stood by us during the trying moments. We want to seize this opportunity to condemn the war against the war crimes of the apartheid Israel on Gaza and express our solidarity with the Palestinian struggle. All of us are aware of what is happening right now in Gaza. We wish once again join hands with other well-meaning Nigerians to condemn the Tudunbiri massacre of yet another group of innocent Muslims who gathered to celebrate the Maulud of our noble Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The avoidable act was committed in the name of mistake by the Nigerian security forces. We make bold to say that the unfortunate and adamant silence or even applause on the Zaria massacre encouraged committing such atrocities in other places. Had people spoke out, had people condemned the Zaria massacre, had people did what they were supposed to have done, such atrocities could never have been repeated again. The recent condemnations from numerous groups against the Tudunbiri massacre are commendable. This is therefore another eye-opener, as injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. On the final note, we want to once again implore all Nigerians to understand the dogged posture of Sheikh Zakzaki against all vices and social injustices in the country, and his resolve towards the establishment of spiritual cleansing and social justice for all Nigerians. The ever-increasing corruption, economic hardship, social injustice, and unabated plundering of our resources are great menaces that we should all rise against. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the press, and God bless. Assalamu alaikum.